going to Bali
We're going to
with
Bali,
our awesome
man.
face packs. We're here with Poland. Go Poland! Polska, Polska!
Greetings from Poland.
What up? I'm here with the one and only Giselle Bunchen in one of the lesser sexy airports in the world. This is Duong Muang Airport in Bangkok. Just had a wonderful 3-week stay. Amazing. I planned to stay 1 week. It's been 3 weeks. Very interesting times we're going through right now with the whole coronavirus going on. A few words about that. I think what you learn most out of the event like this, a historic event like this, anything at all, is the fact that fear spreads like wildfire. Complete utter fear that's going on here. I mean, there's 33 cases of coronavirus in Thailand. It's a country of 69 million people. That's 0.000047% chance that you're gonna catch a virus. Guys, I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of people dying from the common flu every year, and you'll never hear a little thing about it in the news. Granted, it does seem to be a little bit dangerous, you know, and it's ravaging parts of China right now. So, you know, there is a legitimate concern to be had if you're flying to China, or you've been to China, or you're working in an airport like this. You should maybe be wearing a face mask if you have to do with people come from China. But guys, it's like, if anything I learned in the last couple of weeks is social media and news is very potent, and it's totally capable of blowing things like just way out of proportion. Granted, yes, there is some danger to the whole thing, but nothing in this dimension. I mean, like, everybody's like, you come out of the airport, everybody's wearing a face mask. Man, I have now donned the white ninja mask. I adapted to the local style. Everybody else got their masks on. It's ground zero doomsday here in Bangkok. Look, our new South African friend, she's got a quick mask too. I mean, if you live in Asia, this is quite a common thing you're gonna see. But I tell you what's funny, when I got off my plane, my connection flight from Dubai, it wasn't the Asian people that were coughing, it was the white people from Europe. They were coughing. And I'm the hypochondriac here, and I wasn't wearing a mask, so go figure. Yeah, so like, if you're planning to travel to this region, go ahead and do it. Don't call off your plans just because, you know, you heard so much bad news. I mean, it's completely just irrational and emotional. And I think this one German Jewish guy who I met at the startup networking event the other day, he really coined it. He said this is fundamental attribution error.
Group doesn't necessarily have to be bad. We pull all the information we don't have and we put it on top of our judgment of those people. So today in Bangkok already, my wife is a PhD student in ABAC, and she says taxi drivers, they don't stop for Chinese students. These kids who are already in a situation where they're stressed because their parents are away in China, they can't get a taxi. So we have fundamental attribution bias, and on top of that we have stereotype. And I don't have a solution for Corona, but I have very good news for you. I can cure fundamental attribution bias, and I can cure stereotypes. We can all do that right now.
I mean, it's so overblown, this problem, that it's become this crazy stigmatization of an entire nation because a small tiny little fraction of these people happen to be suffering through an outbreak, you know, and these things happen, you know. But what if the Spanish flu comes again? The Spanish flu from 1918, what if that resurfaces? Are you gonna just stop talking to Spanish people or start doing business with Spanish people? Of course not. That'd be insane, unthinkable. So you guys gotta keep that in mind, you know, and always question the news, question the motives, question who's profiting from it, and also question, like, is is the emotion. Human beings tend to be overly emotional. They either tend to interpret things as super negative or super good, and people are simply not good. I think not good with numbers, or are really bad at interpreting what numbers mean. 33 cases out of 69 million people here in Thailand. And I swear, the place I was staying in, man, the owner, he was acting like, he was giving us the news like doomsday was beyond, like just upon us. Doomsday, that's how bad it was. I mean, people were buying masks left and right, masks were sold out. There was like alcohol, hand alcohol, sanitizer everywhere around every corner, which is a good thing, you know? Like, you know, you should be wearing these face masks anyway, here in Bangkok especially, because pollution is bad and people do tend to use them either way. But, you know, people are acting like they do in the movies, you know? I mean, it's totally apocalyptic. I think the next level will be people start buying, you know, supplies, prepping themselves for the end of the world. And there are certain days when I read the news and definitely seemed like, I'm going the other way, it definitely seemed like sometimes, and it felt like, you know, it felt like the world was going to end. And it just goes to show you how incredibly quickly a fear can spread, and how it can just take over your mind and your soul, and how it can just literally drive all your, you know, your most primal emotions. I mean, yes, if you work in the travel or in the hospitality industry, you're definitely hit by this outbreak, because Thailand is simply very dependent, and you should never be too dependent on one source of customers. Thailand is just way too dependent on the Chinese right now, and it's 10 to 20% of its GDP is tourism. So the report just came in, I think today or yesterday, that tourism is down 50%. So you're definitely gonna be hit if you're in Phuket or in Bangkok or Chiang Mai and you run a freaking guest house that is usually frequented by a lot of Chinese, or you have a shop. You know, they're gonna stop shopping here. And the owner of my guest house, he owns dozens and dozens of Airbnbs and guest houses. So if he's saying, you know, he's thinking about shutting down places, he's already shut down places, and he already fired 10 of his staff, you know, it is a serious thing. But yeah, you gotta believe in it. These are the times we're living through. Ebola's gonna come back at some point. You know, coronaviruses like SARS, or, you know, some of the common flu are coronaviruses. It's not the first time, it won't be the last time there's an outbreak. So you gotta do what you gotta do. But by all means, please, guys, please don't lose your minds. You know, don't let the negative news stop you from living your lives. Good Lord. All right. On that note, just wanted to say thank you to Neil, who's taken me out on so many nights, salsa dancing. It's been a great time. Thank you for Pachari, or aka Mary, for giving me my first EFT tapping after the network session. That was amazing. And thank you, Kiki, for visiting me. Appreciate that. And thank you everybody else, all the amazing other people who I met on this little stay here in Bangkok. It's been amazing. And yeah, guys, go travel, you know. Wear a face mask if that makes you feel more comfortable. I do it sometimes when I'm on people, you know. And go travel, do your thing. You're gonna be fine, all right? Awesome Steve coming at you from Dongman Airport in Bangkok. I shall see you in the next video. Without a face mask, hopefully. All right? Talk soon. Alrighty. Made it. You made it. These guys have made it. They have their lovely masks on. Who was missing in the end? Time, always wait the last one. We did it. You guys.
I have to get that
the most important thing, of course, the Thai rum.
The Thai rum has to go with us.
Then Nasrovia, all the way, right? Nasrovia all the way in Bali now. Alrighty. Going to Bali.
We're going to
with
Bali.
our awesome face masks on. Woo! Last man. Look at her beautiful mask. Fly Mike. We're up to Bali with a whole plane full of beautiful masks. Check this out. Look at this guy.
Crazy mask.
And look here, it's Maria. She actually has a smile underneath that beautiful, beautiful mask she had. DVD as well. She's half Chinese,
Also like skill.
apparently. Can you believe that?
No.
Can you believe that?
Skill goes into it, but you can tell
Chinese
between skill
Madagascar.
and authentic
That's true.
communication.
Chinese Madagascan French girl. Wait.
What? Really? Are you mixed? Wait,
Yeah,
all of that?
I'm very mixed.
Yeah.
Lot of.
Can you speak all the languages?
She's